Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2014 U.S. Amateur Championships right here at Strokers Palm Harbor in beautiful sunny Florida. We are being sponsored in part by the Billiard Channel coming on Roku TV, Inside Pool, New York City Grind, Muellers.com, UchiQs, can't forget Focused Apparel, and don't forget, check us out on poolplayers.com for information about the APA, how to become involved.
Well, it looked like Nathan won the lag there, so let's see who's breaking and who's racking.
It looks like we're getting set up for 9-ball to start with. All right, yes, Nathan chose the game of 9-ball. That means Puddin' Pie is going to break this rack to start us off.
Georgia's got that slip stroke, you know, where it almost slides in the back of the hand. I mean, it's just, you watch it. Definitely not how I stroke the ball at all, but it works. I tell you what, it works so well. He and another fella from the area, Johnny Griffin, they both have that, I don't know, it just kind of like lays in the right hand and it slides through. You watch him. He looks like he just eases the ball in. He makes it look easy.
That's what's comfortable for you. And once again, you've got Gary Blatt in the commentary with Michael Yingling.
Look at that.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow, that was a quick one.
Rack number one. Rack number one going to George Puddin' Pie Crawford. Apparently the name might be something to it. We'll have to see how this goes as we go along here. This is probably the fastest first game we've had in a while on the TV table.
Hey, no first game jitters.
Well, yeah, you hope that's the case. It was just the break, so we'll see what happens once we get the rack in gear here. Now, I haven't seen it in this tournament, but it's not unheard of breaking 7 9-balls in a row. And don't forget, based on this format, we do play 8 games of 9-ball, 5 games of 8-ball. So there is an opportunity if you start with 9-ball to not make it even play a game of 8-ball. All right, he's pocketing a ball here on the break. He's made 2 balls down the break. He's got a clear view on that 1 ball. So we'll see how
it looks like he made the 2 and the 4.
Yes, 2 and the 4, definitely.
I think he's just going to draw over there. Over there by the side pocket on this side of the 6 ball.
He got out of trouble there. Could have been disastrous if that 6 ball had not gotten out of the way there. Drops that 3 ball. Little bank shot there.
Pocket speed, that's what we call it.
Oh, that's what you call it?
That's what we call it.
All right. Well, I'm telling you what, George is coming into this match pretty confident. You can see it in his stroke, see it in his attack of each shot that he's taking here.
A little out of line there. He wanted to get back over a little bit farther to the left.
Yeah, he's looking at this one. He can't really just stop it. Let's figure out where he's going to try and end this cue ball up here.
Oh, good bump.
Good bump off that 8 ball.
Don't get too much angle.
If that's the case, he'll try and bump that 8 ball again, more toward that corner pocket it's already sitting at.
All right, he spun it.
Left it alone. Nice job. Nice shot.
He loves to spin that ball, I tell you.
All right. Well, George is making short work of this rack. Takes this 9 ball. It's going to be a 2-0 start. in this match. Well, this match is
Good shooting, George.
going quick. George is in control of the rack. He's so far not given up control, so we have not seen Nathan yet. And we'll see if Nathan can get himself to the table here. All right, now looking at the sheet here, as I said earlier, Nathan's from the Zephyr Hills, Florida area, so he's a local player. He has been in many local tournaments and events. He wanted to make a quick shout out to Jim Rose, Hustlin' Clothing, who's his sponsor. And everyone who's helped him out along the way and believed in him. It takes more than one person to play this sport and do well at it. You got to have support.
Well, I was told by George to make sure I give a big call out to Dave Beasley, which he's playing with the Dave Beasley Q. Mark Lancaster, which is a franchise, the owner there at the Raleigh-Durham APA. And he's got Hums on here. Hello, guys. Hope you're on here on the live stream. Well, he made another ball.
If not, you can tell them about Roku TV coming up later as the billiard channel right here with Inside Pool. That'll be a free stream if you own the Roku. And
That's a good save.
yeah, it is. See what Nathan's going to do here. This isn't the opportunity you want when you're first walking up to the table, I have to say. Well, from here you can see he's definitely got his work cut out for him getting onto this ball here, getting a hit. So Nathan goes from sitting down from a break 9 ball in the first rack to a run out in the second rack to locked up in the third rack.
I look at him hitting this pretty hard to try to get something to go in. I don't think he's going to try to duck it there behind the 3. Yep, just as I expected.
Good solid contact there.
Yep, yep.
Now George is going to have the ability to see this ball. Really only see a bank for it. Thin it, maybe play the cue ball on the opposite rail.
You think he'll shoot for this, or you think he'll roll down here and play safe? I don't know.
More than likely he'll play safe. I mean, he's playing well. He's stroking the ball, but he's pretty sure he's not going to think about it haphazardly in the rest of his playing. He's looking where he's going to leave that cue ball. So I think the safety's in order here.
Yep. I think the idea here is to use the 6 ball just a little bit as a bumper.
No, he did go for it. He opted to put the 1 ball in that area instead of the cue ball. Still works.
He played as a 2-way.
Yeah, Nathan makes this kick shot. He's liable to leave himself locked up there. He's going to have to give it some force so he doesn't get himself stuck. So George did a good shot there playing safety that way. I'm sorry, just as a quick note, under Nathan, his secondary sponsors is the E&K Metals. I want to make sure I get a shout out to them from Nathan. Now this is Nathan's first year in here as well, so when you've not played inside this tournament before and now you're jumping on the TV table, nerves are going to be applying. So we'll have to see how this works out for him.
Doesn't seem to bother George yet.
Not yet, no. No, George is liking the spotlight, as they say.
I like how he's taking his time. He knows how important this is.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to just give ball in hand to somebody, especially in this match where George has been actually making the runs when he's had the opportunity. Albeit one rack so far, but it still shows the ability.
Yeah. Good hit. And he ended up safe.
That was a pretty good shot.
I think he's going to get his jump cue, George.
Yep, sure does look like it.
Now George, if I know him right, I believe he's going to shoot this side-armed, which I don't like the sidearm. I like under the arm. See how he's a little sidearm there?
Yeah, and speaking of jump cues, don't forget about PJ Jump Cues, also sponsoring this event at this time. Well, he gets out there, he gets a touch on that one
almost.
Ball. Well, he leaves Nathan a shot finally.
He acted like he sped that up just a little bit.
This one ball is toward the corner of that side pocket. So he's looking at this to make sure he takes the right line and get back up for this 2 ball in the side pocket here.
I think the key is just making sure you're off the rail a little bit, because you want to slow on the 2 ball so you've still got the 3.
Yeah, from this angle here, I'm not sure that he can just jam that 1 in there and stop the cue. He might be able to the way he's looking at it, though. All right, Nathan Rose's first shot in the open.
Good shot.
All right, good shot there. Do about the same thing with the 2. And leave himself on that 3. Real good position. This is one of those spots where you don't want to travel that cue ball too far up the table. You want to make sure that you've got good angle to come back for that 4 ball.
Yeah, I think that would be the hardest shot on this, would be the 3 to the 4.
And that's a good shot. He held that cue ball up. He can just easily draw this straight back. He seems to be kind of straight in there. And he's going to probably just end up pulling it back.
I think he'll draw it back just a little bit, just making sure he's got a little bit of angle there on the 4 to come back over to shoot the 5 on the side.
Angle, all important in 9 ball.
Just as long as he doesn't get on the rail. Limit your options if you're on the rail.
Well, he's not quite there. He's got enough room to rest his cue right there, so he should be good. And Nathan is definitely taking his time approaching each shot, like with the attention they deserve. You got to remember too, at this point of the evening, we're narrowing it down. Tomorrow there's going to be top 8 coming in to finish it up tomorrow, Sunday. We're going to be here starting at 9 a.m. Alvin will be on the commentation. Excuse me.
Good shot.
On the commentation. Am I okay? I don't know. I think I'm getting tired now. But
been a long day.
Yeah, Alvin will be doing the commentary tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to try and get myself back in here before the end of the day tomorrow. And once again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. InsidePool.com. Billiard channel coming to Roku. And don't forget about New York City Grind. Always a pleasure working with those guys.
Do we have the live chat anywhere? Maybe they're asking questions. I will, Cletus. I was told by Mr. Lancaster to make sure that I said that.
Yeah, it was written on his sheet, so puddin' pie it is. That's all I can say.
Of course, maybe that was put on there without his knowing.
No, it's his handwriting. It's the same.
Looks like
tiny
it.
Scribble. So it wasn't.
So we do want to thank you all on your on the live stream here.
Nathan's making work of this rack, going his favor. Take this ball right into the corner pocket to put the score at 2-1. And he's done it. So we have a score of 2-1. Once again in this format, we do play 8 games of 9-ball, then 5 games of 8-ball. And right now, with the score of 2-1, it's looking like we're going to make it to the 8-ball set.
So I wonder how hot those lights are. I know they're fluorescents, but
You know, I asked Alvin earlier. I know it's really warm over there, but he didn't give me the exact temperature. We've got to get one of those air thermometers and check it out one of these days. And of course, each room you go to, depending on the ceiling height, is going to change a little bit. Strokers here, the ceilings are about 15 feet. Yeah, somewhere around 15 feet high. So lights being on the tables, they're really only about 4 feet up from the table itself. So
good strong break. Oh, look at the 9.
he was
almost.
trying to match George with that 9-ball break right there. All right, well, just keep it under control right here, Nathan, and get yourself going here. You can see that 2-ball. It's pretty interesting cut here if he goes for it or he decides to, if he decides to play for the bank into the 9 right here. Looks like he's looking at where he's going to hit into that 2-ball. I'm going to have to ask Nathan later what system he's using here. Well, he's double measuring near the pockets. Not something I don't think I've seen that in the past. Now Nathan is taking his time here, as we stated. I can't blame him one bit. This is to move forward in this tournament. Hopefully get the trophy.
This is an important game right here.
Oh, most definitely.
Of course, they're all important. You know, a race to 7, anything can happen.
And that's a great shot. Made it. 2-9 goes down the pocket. And we have a 2-2 ball game right here, folks.
Quick. It's going to be a quick set if they keep playing like this.
So far. Once again, U.S. Amateur Championships right here at Strokers, Palm Harbor, Florida. Brought to you by PoolPlayers.com, Inside Pool Magazine, Muellers.com, MuchiQs, PJ Jump Cues, in association with New York City Grind. And of course, we want to mention the Billiard channel coming up soon on Roku TV. And Focused Apparel. We want to thank all of them for their participation in this live stream and the U.S. Amateur Championship itself. Find out the latest results at usamateurchampionship.com. They have the brackets up there. If you need to check out and see where your favorite players are from your area, you can do so right there. All right, so Michael, during the tournament, these guys have been having a little bit of a problem racking up on this table. The heat's got a lot to do with it. And it doesn't seem as the tournament's going on, it's changing any. Everybody's been having a little bit of issue.
It's the spot.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Get it, yeah.
And here we go. This is probably the second time that I've seen somebody request a re-rack.
It was happening all the time yesterday. You just got to move it until the one ball stops and keep chasing it, and
Yep.
eventually you'll find that nice spot there.
Yeah, from all the play on the spot, it develops little dimples here and there depending on how somebody's racking that rack up. Sometimes it can just kind of get into one of those dimples and keep rolling off on you. All right, looks like Nathan liked that one, so.
Let's see how close the 9-ball goes this time.
Yeah, right. All right, Nathan breaking out. This is the 5th rack. Race to 7, 2-2 right now. Nathan Rose is breaking. Came close to the 9-ball last time, as Michael just said. Let's see if he can push it over toward that pocket again.
So what kind of equipment is Nathan playing with? Do you know?
Let's see. Nathan is utilizing Q-Tech with an Obi shaft. And that's all he put down. So I'm thinking that that's the cue he plays with on every match here. Yeah, looking at where he's sitting, I only see the one cue. So he's using an Obi shaft on a Q-Tech cue.
Because I know George plays with a Doug Beasley custom cue. He loves it.
Right on.
He's had a couple of them, and I think he must have his equipment right, because
he's been playing pretty good.
He's been playing really well lately.
Yeah, that is a beautiful looking stick. Dark top half with the lighter part near the hand there. Looks like it's a jump break all in one. Do you know if it is?
I'm pretty sure his shooting cue isn't. His jump or his break cue may be.
Looks like there below his hand. Looks like another joint.
I don't believe his shooting cue is a 2 or a 3-piece.
Huh.
It may look it, but
it definitely does to me. Oof. George pushed a 4-ball into trouble there. He's playing safety. Unfortunate that cue ball ran into the 8-ball instead of stopping near it or behind it, so Nathan does have a shot now.
Doesn't look like he can see a shot, so if he can see enough of it, I look at having him put the cue ball down there in that corner behind balls and maybe lagging the 2-ball back up to the head rail.
That's always an option too. That's kind of the beauty of this game is there are more than one way around each shot. It just depends on what kind of English that you are comfortable using. You find a lot of people going forward with shots, and I'm one of those people. I like going backwards.
See what he does here.
Nice easy shot, just buries that 4-ball. And it looks like it's pretty good from there. Let's see what we got.
I think he might be able to see it. He looked like he could see it just the way he went down there. No?
Nope, he's playing to make more traffic here.
Lock it up.
I'm not sure that he did, though. I think Nathan can get that cue ball in there. Yeah, he can get that cue ball in there, I think.
Yeah, but the 6-ball is really ugly, so.
All right, well, Nathan's been having a good show of it in his career. He's part of the World Team Open Championship BCA Vegas Classics. One year he's on the All-Star team. He's one of 6 players chosen out of 15,000 out in Vegas. And he used to play on the Florida Pro Tour. 4th place was his best finish right here at Strokers, Palm Harbor. And he's won about 12 tournaments that he's played in this year. So he's definitely having a good year so far. Let's see if he can keep it up here today against George Crawford, a.k.a. Puddin' Pie. All right, George.
Is he going to get a roll?
No, he's not getting the jelly this time. Not this time. It almost had enough length, but Nathan's going to be walking up to the table, 4 ball right in the pocket, 2 rails out, come back for the 5, same pocket. I think that's what he's looking at right now.
Chose not to roll it. He's going to take the tough shot.
Oh, it is off the rail, so he's not really worrying about the ball rubbing off the rail toward the end, as it will sometimes.
I was with you. I thought he would draw it around.
Yeah, come around to the other
shoot
side
back
of
down
it.
where he's at.
He hit that one really well. Put that ball straight down that rail with no problem. I like what I'm seeing here with Nathan tonight. He's definitely paying attention and making every shot count here.
Focused.
Yeah. George is playing well himself. We're on rack number 5, and this match is only not even a half hour in yet. These guys are playing on fire right now. All right, Nathan has, again, it's pretty much a choice on which direction he wants to go. He can bring this ball with a little bottom out to the 8, or he can go roll it forward and come out to the 8.
Well, the way he was measuring there, he was drawing the ball.
Well, last time we thought he was going to draw the ball, and
he changed
went
up
the other way.
But I think he's right. If he, well, we'll see.
Well, it looks like he's below center, thinking about it.
Because that does give him the right angle to go to the long rail and back for the 9.
Yeah, he's going, there we go.
Not too far up. Yep.
There you go. Got himself a great angle here for the 8 ball.
You know, at this level of competition, I think it really gets down to the point of practice and focus.
Yeah,
and it really gets to
definitely.
focus.
Practice leads to consistency, which leads to wins. There, Nathan got really good speed on that ball right there. Left himself a pretty basic shot into the corner, and George is relinquishing this particular rack to him right now. So the score right now is going to be Nathan Rose with 2, and George Crawford with, Nathan Rose with 3, and George Crawford with 2. Well, what we thought was going to be a quick one-sided match has turned into a tight enough race.
It's a battle.
3-2. Both these guys are playing well. One mistake's costing the rack, which is pretty much the way it should be.
One mistake should cost you 2 racks at this level.
Well, you know, tomato, tomato. as it is right now. These 2 guys here are playing hard, and
with the winter breaks, it should cost you 2 games.
well, it can. It definitely can.
They did it in my sets.
Let's see how Nathan breaks this rack up here. He's choosing the coming from the side here by the rail. Wing ball, look for it to go in the side pocket.
You see how much control he has when he hits this.
let that
bit
ball
of
loose a
bump,
little
but it's
bit. Nothing drops. So George is going to come to the table with a shot on the 1. See if he can get something rolling here. Right now in his head, he's saying, what happened? I went from 2-0 to 3-2. So let's see if he gets his, keeps his head in the game here. Can run this racket. He pocketed that ball really well. He's got the clear view to the 2. Well, so far we've got a start from him. See if he can keep it up.
A little bit tough here. I don't think he can hold that. He's going to have to come back over to this long rail and back over. I don't think he's going to mess with down here by the 7 ball, because you could go off the 7 ball and just a scratch is just as easy.
See, I looking at this shot from this angle here, yeah, I see a 2-rail shot. Excuse me, making the 2 in the corner pocket, going 2 rails. I think George is, well, that's a miscue. That is a miscue. It's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, that's gone.
Nathan walking to the table, ball in hand. Everything's pretty well open.
I mean, the 3 to the 4 looks to be the toughest.
Well, he's got that
there.
6 to the 7 to the 8 there. That could be kind of touchy if he's not careful. You could also hold that ball too. Yeah, Michael's pointing at the screen, showing a 2 rail. Try and come behind the 7 ball with the cue ball. Get back down table.
Yeah, rolling between the 7 and 8 over to the long rail and back over. But you know, knowing how these tables play, he may just use a little bit of left and just slide it. That way he's going straight back up toward the 9, going off this head rail.
That's pretty much where I would be aiming myself, but as I keep saying, I'm sitting here talking to you guys, so...
I've never missed from this chair.
All right. Okay, he elected to come all the way up to the top of the rail here. I think he might have hit it a little easier than he wanted, but he should be okay here.
I think he's going to go on the short side. What do you think?
Well, from the angle he's got, it's pretty natural.
As long as he doesn't get behind the 6 ball, I think.
Yeah, he should be good. And as you can see, Nathan has taken every shot very seriously at this point, trying to take home that trophy. He's looking to get himself in the Inside Pool magazine. He'll be in the APA magazine, or whoever should win the event. And of course, I'm putting added pressure on Nathan right now because he's a local guy. Well, it looks like he elected to try for the bank. And I don't think that one worked out too well. George is coming to the table right now with a shot. He can see it.
Be nice to know if that 3 ball was on the rail or off. I think it's off the rail a little bit. It's off the rail a little bit. It makes it a little bit easier, but it's still a tough shot.
Yeah, he was
shot it well.
Nice. Seems like he's getting one tester after another right now. So you're getting out of line just a little bit once you get into these racks. You feel it more and more. Well, not quite the safety he wanted, but not the easiest shot either for Nathan.
If you can see enough, he'll just draw it and leave it right back behind the 6 ball.
Yeah, I think he's got a pretty good size. That's a good.
Yeah, that's really good there.
That's a good one.
Again,
George
it's
may
kind of
have
hard to see on the screen here.
Yeah, George may have a little piece of this ball that he can hit. It actually looks like he might be grabbing his jump cue again, which he did. Just get himself over that 7 ball, make contact with the 4. He's looking to pocket it in the top left corner there. He gets a good hit on it, keeps the cue ball up.
See if he gets a roll behind the 6.
Next to it, that's roll enough right there. Really close to that corner pocket, so Nathan's going to have to think about this one before he just slaps that ball around, that's for sure.
If he can hit that 4 ball full enough, but making sure the 4 ball doesn't come back and hit the 6, he can roll the cue ball over to the long rail and then roll it right back between the short rail and the 6 ball. Ooh, he can
elected to thin
wow,
it.
that is such a tough shot. It's a good shot.
He was able to
He left
separate
Jordan with
it.
the same shot.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Interesting to see what.
Okay, that's gutsy because you're going right at that corner. You're knowing just exactly how much of that ball you're going to hit.
Yeah, for myself, I'm not sure I would have gone that way. I might have tried to come behind it and kick it down table. He's definitely playing a safety here. Gets it right where he needs to be. 6 ball in between. Nathan's going to have to come up with something here to get on this ball.
Tell you what, that's a tough shot. These tables are pretty fast. He can see it. I don't think you can see enough of it to make it.
Edge. You can see the edge for sure. Let's see here.
So I'm wondering if he's going to go way on up there and kind of Z it, or is if he's just going to worry about getting it behind the 7 ball.
He's looking down by the 85 there. I think he's going to try and push this 4 behind the 9 ball and come back down table there.
Yep. This is good enough. He could be back down there by the 8 ball.
And then again, we don't really have the proper view. He might be able to make this ball, so he might be seriously looking at getting on the 5.
He looks like he's queuing up to make it.
Yeah.
A little bit inside. Nope.
He needs that ball to travel. All right, so safety play was initially thought of. He tried it. He's leaving a open shot at the 9 ball here. So we're going to see what George does. And once again, everybody, welcome. We're here at Strokers Palm Harbor, brought to you by poolplayers.com. Go to APA by going to poolplayers.com. Check them out. Get yourself signed up. Get a team together. Get out and have some fun. Also got to thank Inside Pool Magazine, Mueller.com, Mucci Cues.
shot.
And of course, we're doing this in association with New York City Grind, Focus Apparel. And look forward to the billiard channel coming soon on the Roku. Well, George was able to get that combo down. We move to a 3-3 situation. 2 more games left, the 9 ball, then we're going to move to the 8 ball set. So these guys are making a match of it.
Good close match. Couple other errors here and there.
If they weren't making errors, they wouldn't be here in the amateurs. Excuse me. That's Let's see. All right, both these players are electing the break from the rail side. They are doing opposite sides of the rack to this point. And George comes up empty. Nathan's going to get to this table with a view of the 1 ball and control for the moment.
You know, with the lights on, it's what I was talking about earlier, and making it hotter, probably a little bit slower, which is maybe why they're not making as many balls, because you don't have the speed generated because the table's warm.
Well, generally,
you'd think it'd be the other way around.
No, it is actually. You're thinking of the added humidity that might be in the room, which right now we thankfully don't have any. So this plays more like a snooker table with the speed. It runs a little faster.
I know in 3-cushion you heat the table up to make it faster.
And that's exactly what happens here. The table does start rolling a little bit faster. If you notice, when these guys all first start on the table, generally you're seeing balls going a little bit further, a little bit short, because they're trying to get used to that speed on the table. And these tables were just refelted a few weeks back, so they've still got that little slipperiness to them.
They do have a little
well.
slide in them.
Yep. One thing about 9-ball is you have one direction you got to go as far as in order, but that can turn into 12 directions just trying to get around the rack. So every ball Nathan's taking the opportunity to look at, make sure what direction he wants to take to continue his run here at the table.
He's going to play with a lot of inside, I think. That way he can play the 3-ball to the left of him in that corner pocket. Nice shot. Just
Good
enough.
speed,
Yep.
yeah, real nice. Nathan showing his table speed right here.
I think the 4 and the 5 both is going to go in the side pocket. Unless he decides to go up and shoot the 4-ball in the same pocket.
Up to the top rail and back down for the 4 in the same corner. That's a possibility.
He could shoot that ball and shoot a little bit harder to shoot the 4-ball in the same pocket.
I think that was his plan. I think he came up just a little bit shorter than he wanted.
I think he's okay.
Yeah, he should be. There we go. He's got.
I think you shoot it the same way. You roll forward to the long rail and you roll right back out. So you shoot the 5-ball on the side.
Yeah, and he's playing this one textbook right now, making it easy. Both these guys have been in great control in this match. They've been maintaining their stroke and their approach to the table, which is also important when you're playing. Consistency, which is born of routine, which is born of repetition.
Rhythm.
Rhythm. Well, some of us got rhythm and some of us don't. You know, it's just how that goes. It looks like he set himself up to pretty much be playing the same shots.
Yep.
Yeah. And again, I got to mention his table speeds. Pretty much on point right now. Putting the balls in the pocket, just enough to get in. Leaving himself plenty of opportunities here to play that ball forward.
I think this one he's going to draw back and then to get back up there toward the center of the table. No, hammer time.
That's good. That's good. Nathan, to this point, it's appearing he likes to go forward more than backward. You know, and some players have their preference on that. It's just a matter of what you've practiced most of.
I think a tighter pocket, you play forward.
Nathan's
good
playing
shot.
these rails real good, getting his
Good control.
ball speed again. Very good. Straight in the pocket. And George
walking up the rack.
gives him the rack. We now have George putting Pie Crawford at 3. Nathan Rose moves up to 4. This will be the last game of 9-ball in this rack. In this set. And let's see here. Nathan goes to 4. There we go. All right, and another nail biter right here at the U.S. Amateurs Championship, right here at Strokers Palm Harbor. Once again, a quick shout out to the staff here at Strokers, doing an excellent job, taking good care of everybody that's in here. Jose and Rolando, of course, always doing a bang-up job. Is this your first time down here in Florida?
It is.
Yeah, what do you think so far? You leaving?
Been awesome.
You leaving or you going home?
Well, unfortunately, I got to leave Monday to go back to work, but
That's all right. You'll be back. That's what they all say. I gotta go back to work. 2 months later, hey, how you doing, Michael? When did you get down here? Oh, about 3 days after I saw you last.
well, it was a little wet today. It was sprinkling out a little bit ago, but all the other days, it's still. You got the palm trees. I mean,
what was it? 70 degrees the whole week? I don't know.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I know all you people out there that are in the cold weather. You're mad at me right now, but it's okay. I'm still warm. Yes, this is the U.S. Amateur Championship. Go to usamateurchampionship.com. You can check the brackets once again. And we got to keep reminding everybody, Focused Apparel, the billiard channel coming to Roku TV real soon. Once again, we are here at Strokers in Palm Harbor, Florida. We're brought to you by poolplayers.com, which is your link to the APA where anyone can play, anyone can win. Inside Pool Magazine, Muellers.com, Uchi Q's, and don't forget an association with New York City Grind. We're live. Well, driving you nuts with the rack checking, I mean, sometimes it does seem aggravating, but when you're playing at this level, you want to make sure your opponent's getting a good rack because it's only fair. You give them poor racks, guess what? You're going to get them back.
Yep.
So you got to make sure you're giving them a good rack. Now, you saw Nathan walk over there and check it out. Up until today, really have to say, I've noticed that they're not checking each other's racks as much like they were the other day. But still, the whole point is being fair to each other and giving each other the best rack you can. Now, being the TV table, we've noticed they've been having a little bit of problems, but they've been working it out.
Let's see if he keeps control of this ball this time.
Yeah,
Lots better.
Much better. Still, there goes,
two,
no. Still nothing down on the break. He has left an open 1-ball shot. So we shall see.
Very doable, George.
Can bring it forward here. Once again, this is going to be the last rack of 9-ball for these two. They're going to be moving to 8-ball right after. Now, Michael, this is one of the main reasons why a lot of the guys usually don't start with 9-ball. They start with 8-ball to make sure they get into the next set. But this match ended up being not as crazy as we thought it was going to be. George came out all cylinders rolling. He broke 9-ball in and then broke and ran a rack. And since then, he's been able to hold tight with Nathan, who's come back and is now ahead 4-3.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys start with 8-ball.
At least you'll know you'll be into the 9-ball set with your opponent.
I don't know. I just went straight to 9-ball every time I had
Is
choice.
that the game you prefer?
I just racked. I prefer 10-ball, but yeah.
Okay, well, I mean,
rotation-style games.
Yeah.
Which is what George actually put down as what he likes best, is rotation-style games.
Right on. See, I'm an 8, 9, 10-ball. I'll play 7-ball, a little 6-ball here and there, just to mess around with myself. You know what I mean? I don't play anybody 6-ball, goes too fast. Yeah, Nathan, on the other hand, he'll play anything and everything. He plays BCA. He's been to the Derby City. He plays APA TAP. He's been in Vegas. So he definitely enjoys playing this game and gets himself out there to play it. If you have the ability to and you enjoy the game, I don't blame you one bit.
I know George has been out to Vegas many times. I know he used to play on the old Jacoby Tour,
Right.
and he currently plays on the Q City Tour with Herman Parker, which is a handicap tournament. He's definitely within the top 25.
So I could play in that one. It's handicap. So what am I?
Anybody can play in that
one. What am I
one.
going to get, like the 6 out, or?
You'll have to talk to Herman Parker about that.
I don't know. If I can play in a handicap tournament, I want the 6 out. That's all I got to say. I need the 5 out, but I'll take the 6 out.
But
well, Nathan got himself a little clustered here behind the 8 ball. He can still go rail first, get the 6 in.
George's goal, I know, has always been in the top 25 of the APA players there in the Raleigh-Durham area.
Right on.
And I'm sure he's there.
Yeah, we have APA here, Mike Strout, his lovely wife, Sherry, takes good care of the north and south counties here, Pinellas and Pasco. And just starting a Masters League up in the North County. They've had one in the South County for a while. That's another thing about APA that I really like is they have different formats available. They have the Masters, they have 8-ball, 9-ball, they have Scotch doubles in some areas. Usually it's tournaments for the Scotch doubles, but I've heard that there's a league or two around. Not here.
Oh, we even have the juniors in our area.
Right
They're
on.
in the Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill, there in
Right
North
on.
Carolina.
Do they
is awesome.
Do they mainly do events for them during the day, or how does that
well,
work out?
I think they don't quote me on this, but I think it's on the Sundays, like once a month.
Oh,
But
all right.
very, very big turnout.
Yeah. Well, kids are watching these guys. Internet has brought everybody closer to pool now. It's a lot easier to see good play, and U.S. Amateur Championships, like we're here today, this is definitely a prestigious event. But the internet also allows you to see a lot of local players play. So if you're in Raleigh and you turn on the YouTube channel, I'm sure you can find one of the bars that you go to or pool rooms that has a camera going somewhere. So it's really neat how the internet's helping our sport out.
Well, this is the first time I've seen Nathan with the jump cue. I've seen George a couple times.
Well, he's going over 2 balls here to get down to that 6, but with that distance, I don't think either one of them should be a problem. Well, he got contact with it, and this is one of the unfortunate parts about jumping and letting the cue ball loose. He's pretty much left George's shot here to the 6 ball. This one here I would draw to the
To the right.
short rail on our side here, the right side. There you go. Leaves him plenty of room for the 7 ball. And from this point, we expect George to be textbook and get out here. Good speed there. He's got enough angle. He's going to come out, play that 9 in the corner where he's standing right now. We have a 4-4 game, so we are all tied at the moment going into 8 ball. And that's how it's done, folks. That's how you keep yourself in the game. Take advantage of the opportunities you receive, as we just watched George do there. Well, all I can say is it's a good thing that George won't be around by the time he could see this particular match played on
George
the
was
billiard
telling him
channel,
to take ball.
because he's pudding pie, so we got to make sure we put that out there. It was written on the sheet. We're just
It's
doing what
written
we're
on the
told.
sheet, and I was told by Mr. Mark Lancaster,
Yeah.
the APA runner of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Look, if Mark says it, it's got to be true. It's got to be true. All right, so George is getting ready to break the first game of 8-ball right here. Now, this is it, folks. There's 5 games of 8-ball. Out of these 5 games, we're going to end up with a winner. Right now, it's 4-4, so it's anybody's race right at the moment.
Now, he's breaking right at it, and he'll get a good scatter, but a lot of us have been breaking from the second ball back.
Yeah, no, that's one of the
Yep.
that's one of the things that we could go rounds about. I'm not a fan of the second ball break. You know, if you treat it like you normally should treat a rack of 8-ball, the head ball is the ball you hit first. So, my opinion, that second ball break is. I know there's a lot of fans out there for it, so don't yell at me, okay?
Well, I don't see a lot of clusters here. As long as he can stay in line, shoot the right pattern.
When you make it to the 8-ball portion, you actually tend to relax a little bit when you're in 8-ball because you have choices. And it's really should be treated just the same as 9-ball. You want to get your pattern and go with your pattern instead of trying to readjust every 5 seconds because you're going out of line. You got to get yourself an idea and move with that idea.
Yeah, I don't like where the 1 ball's at. I mean, there's choices, don't get me wrong, but the 1 ball could be the problem ball.
Oh, no, that's the 9-ball right there.
Oh, is that the 9
Yeah,
ball?
we got the 4 and the 3-ball
okay.
here on the table. That's okay. Don't forget, folks, we are guys here in the commentary. We do claim to be colorblind, so occasionally we will make a mistake on which ball we're looking at. So just bear in mind that we're pretending to be colorblind, so we can get away with it for the moment, okay? All right, George gets himself, looks like maybe a little stuck here. Yeah, you can tell from this angle. Unfortunately, he's standing in the way right at the moment, but from this angle, you can see
he's
that
got to massage just a bit. Problem is, what's he going to be left after, after?
Well, do you try to make this one? I mean, that's the.
Well, you're going to have to. I mean, awesome shot.
Beautiful. Well, you can't argue with that. You cannot argue with that, folks. And we're going to be going to the next rack. George just got that one. He's now up 5-4. We got 5-4 once again. Just a moment, I'll get that corrected here on the screen. Now, I do have to admit, before we started, Michael here, he told me that he thought George would beat Nathan 7-4. Excuse me, and right now, it's 5-4, so I would hate for Michael to be right. He is a guest, so I shouldn't be too mad if he is. Another nice break. Pockets ball.
George has been playing extremely well.
All right, we've got opportunity here, it looks like. Let's see where he's at here, right up near the rail. Looks like solids were dropped.
So,
yeah, he's on solids right now.
Maybe he'll play safe using the 5 ball.
It's possible.
Or the 2 ball on the side.
Well, I'm not comfortable with the 2 ball on the side. I mean,
Yeah,
just
tough.
trying that shot right there. What are you leaving yourself with beside a opportunity to put yourself in this lower right-hand corner. If you don't hit that ball right. Can't really tell what he's looking at here as far as where he's trying to put this. Keeps looking at the 11, 13, 8. I don't know if he's trying to put the cue ball maybe
right up on
right
it.
in there. I don't know.
And he tied up the 15.
He was trying to tie up the 13 as well, so he definitely had a plan of action there. But Nathan's going to come to this table with an opportunity to make a ball and get a start here. This rack has a lot of trouble going on right now. Remember, for all your cue accessory needs, hit up Muellers.com. If they don't have it, they'll be able to find it for you. Focused apparel, put it on and you'll be laser beam focused, ready for your match. Don't forget about the billiard channel, inside pool, New York City grind, bringing all this to you on the stream right here at the U.S. Amateur Championships, Strokers Palm Harbor. I'd like to thank everybody out there for being here today. I'd like to thank Michael for joining me for this match.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Not a problem at all.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, especially since you get to bug George the rest of the weekend about pudding pie. Pudding pie. Now, don't ever put a nickname here, folks, if you don't want us to call you by your nickname. That's the only thing I can say about that.
Just gotta say, my dad just said losers gotta walk home.
Well, tell your dad I don't live that far, so I'll be okay.
Well, he's in Ohio and still wouldn't want to walk to North Carolina.
Is he betting against you on this one? Is that what's going on here?
No, we had a little side bet fooling around at a little bowling alley many years ago, and apparently he's never forgot about it.
Now, I gotta say one thing. If you run out of Fireball, you better get yourself to the store. I can't say anything other than that right now, but I'm just saying. You gotta have your stock of Fireball. And right here at Strokers Palm Harbor, they've got it all. They've got the Fireball. They've got the best food in the area as far as pool rooms go. Wonderful staff that always takes care of each individual that walks into Strokers. And a wonderful owner in Jose.
Coffee's good.
Coffee's good. I'm not a coffee drinker, so it's good that we got that report from you, Michael. If it doesn't have bubbles in it, I don't want it. I shouldn't say that out loud. They're going to send me to AA any moment. All right. Well, Nathan here, he's working on this rack. It's definitely not been easy work for him here. He's got everything out in the open now, though. I'm not quite sure where he's trying to get to there. He can get the 14 here. Leave himself 10 ball down.
I actually think he was just trying to get over a little farther to shoot the 15 ball down over here where the 5 is. But,
the 11 ball there?
Is that the 11 ball? Yeah, it is 11 ball.
And that's
Good
a real
shot.
good shot right there. He plays this next ball, and
Slides right up, shoot
Yep.
that other ball, 12 ball.
And the 8 ball's out in the open. It's not hidden. Definitely should have a pocket for it.
I think he'd like, he's far enough away from the side pocket. He'd like to have just a little bit of an angle, but if he's straight in, he could just draw it to where he's lined up there, using the side pocket as a spacer so he doesn't have a rail to contend with.
Oh, he's got a good view to this ball here.
That's where you'd want to be, is right
See
there.
if we can get the same. There we go. That's a better view for us to look at this shot.
Looked like he had that little robo action there.
A little robo action.
Yeah.
Oh, you thinking of Mike Davis? Mike Davis has that robot arm movement. He's learned to use that quite well.
Mike's got the whole shoulder thing going on. Mike's a lot of fun to watch. He comes to Raleigh quite often.
Yeah, it's part of his old stomping grounds. He used to take a lot of Raleigh greenbacks out of there, bring them back to his home home area.
He goes in there brass tap, and
guys line up for him, don't they?
There's quite a few. He's been working on his one pocket game. And
there
goes
we go.
another one.
We are once again tied. So another
5-5.
nail biter right here at the U.S. Amateur Championship. Go to usamateurchampionship.com to find out the bracket standings. Now, after this match, I believe we do have another match coming up, so stay with us, stay tuned. Inside Pool, Billiard Channel, New York City Grind, Muellers.com, Mucci Cues. Can't forget about Focused Apparel. And also want to make sure we mention APA. You can go to poolplayers.com. Get yourself signed up with a team. Get out there, have a little fun, meet some new players, new people, and enjoy. APA, it's about having fun. And they have a lot of tournaments going on with APA. Your local area generally will have some tournaments. They have the national events, singles, teams, scotch doubles. There's a lot going on with APA, so if you're not involved yet, check us out.
Get out and meet people.
Yeah. Remember, anyone can play. Anyone can win. It's my favorite saying of any league out there, because it's true. All right, let's get back to this action here. George is racking them up for Nathan, and as we've noticed all through the tournament,
time to get out the super glue.
Yeah, a little trouble with getting that racked up there. Just going to have Nathan take a peek at it and see what he thinks. All right, well, Nathan's going to accept that particular rack. And going into from 5-5, Nathan Braken.
I know it's past my kids' bedtime, but it'd really be awesome if they were watching this. They both have access to the internet.
Oh, yeah?
But 8:30, 9 o'clock is their bedtime on Saturday.
Well, it's what, 11 o'clock now?
Oh, yeah, it's past my bedtime. What are you talking about?
I was
wide open. Didn't make anything. Man, that's the kind of rack I'd like to be shooting at.
Well, for sure, you want to have something like this where
5,
there's
3,
no trouble. There's absolutely
2.
not a trouble ball in here. It's just a matter of working the magic and keeping that rock where you want it.
Yep.
And George
making
might
sure you're
have
on the right side of the angle.
Yep, George might have a fairly easy rack here if he plays it cautiously.
Take his time.
Once again, both of these players have been taking their time, looking at what they've got to shoot at and where they've got to go next. So it's a little lesson in smart play right here.
A little straight there.
He's still going to be all right here. He's going to have to actually use a little extra on this ball to bring it out a little bit. See how he can maintain himself
draw back
here.
and shoot the 2 ball in the same pocket. Yep. Ooh, we got a bunch.
That's a big no right there. I'm kind of surprised he came out so much with that. He's doing something here where a few different people that I've played with in the past disagree with. It's back and forth on the table. I mean, you want to try and keep yourself in one direction.
Uh-oh, he's going to get a
Oh,
roll.
he's going to get a roll here. Yeah, big jelly donut for you.
Uh-oh. We all get them.
Or in George's case, some pudding pie. All right, he's put himself right on top of that ball right there, shooting at the 2. Should still have enough for that cue ball to get a good hit on it.
Don't go too far.
All right, well, as long as he doesn't run into traffic, he should be coming around 2 rails after pocketing this in the side pocket.
I don't know, he might draw it just to 1 rail. He's really choking low. Yep, he did.
All right, well,
It's a
that
good
works
shot.
too. And we've got a 6-5 game. Well, it wasn't a 7-4. It might be a 6-5. We'll have to find out on this next rack. Once again, you're here with Inside Pool. We are doing coverage currently of the U.S. Amateur Championship 2014, Strokers, Palm Harbor, Florida. And just to remind you, you've got Gary Blatt here with
Michael Yingling.
And we're taking you guys through this match. So far, it's been a pretty back and forth match. Thought for a moment we were going to have a runaway, but thankfully they've actually been fighting back and forth here. Makes it interesting, keeps us all entertained.
Something you say a little bit ago as far as going back and forth, you know, from one side of the table to another, you know, that's a good point, you know, for us novice and amateur players. You know, it's I've also been taught to take care of the groups, like the foot of the table, the center of the table, the other side of the table, you know, looking at your A, Bs, and C balls. You know, A being balls go anywhere, B balls, yeah, they got a pocket, C balls just don't go anywhere. So use the A's and Bs to break out the C balls to get out. And that pretty much sums it up. But yeah, the running back and forth, it worked perfect out for him because he could move the ball real well. But
it did, but for most of us out there, we want to avoid that just because you can put yourself out of rhythm trying to get it back and forth to the cue ball to get set up for your next shot. And as we've noticed with both Nathan and George, they calm themselves down between each shot. They have that little routine that they do. They approach their shot pretty much the same way each time.
Well,
So,
you play better when you're a little calm, collected. You know, it just lower your pulse.
if you can relax, yeah, that's the
Your muscles work better.
Yeah.
You know, your muscle memory, all that training.
Oh, he got a good roll with that right there. 2 balls popped out enough he can pocket that right in the side. So this is the case of back and forth, and if this is the trend, Nathan possibly will be running this rack out. And we'll be going to a hill-hill match, which we've been seeing quite often here.
I think he shoots the 2 ball there and he lines straight up with the 3, so he can draw back because I don't know, the 4 ball will go down in this corner, but it'll also go in the side here.
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the 4 ball's the one down there. It's the 8 ball there.
And What is that center ball there? I
Oh,
think
I'm
that was
sorry.
the 6 clear up here in the corner.
Yeah, that is the
which is
6,
what
you're
he'll
right.
probably clear up next.
Okay.
So the 4 ball will go down here in the bottom right, which I think is what he's looking at after the 6 ball. I don't think he'll.
He could also leave that 6 ball for now. That's a good ball to get back over to the 1 and 3.
Plus, it blocks his pocket. If it comes to that, but
he's going to go with your first instinct and take that 6 ball now.
cut a little bit, use the short rail.
Yeah, he's got a.
I think he would have liked to have a little bit more angle on that 1 ball. It just
Well, from
straighter.
here, I kind of like the 4, the 3, rail up, come back 1 down this way, and then 2. 8 goes
I
in
like the
opposite
1,
corner.
2, 4, 3, and then the 8. If he shoots gets a little bit of the wrong angle on the 4, you know, I mean, after he shoots the 2, he could shoot the 3. But I think he's got to shoot the 2 ball now and then shoot the 4. And the 15 ball's there to slow him down just a little bit for the 3 ball.
Right on. Well, my idea went out the window right after he shot it. The angle he's got on that 4 ball is not going to work. Wow. All right, well, Nate has left an opportunity here. George is getting back to the table. George is currently on the hill, so this is an important rack for him.
And his only problem ball was the 9 ball. And look.
Which is in good location with the 8 ball there. He's actually got the shot right now by the looks of it.
I mean, really, the other only ball there that's could be a nuisance would be Nathan's 4 ball. I mean, all the other one
just being in the way.
Yeah, just being there. It's a tough shot. I think he's going to run right into the 2 ball. Oh, it'll go. Can't tell that from here that ball would go by the 2 ball.
Well, definitely it did, and he's now looking like he's out in the open.
He's right where he needs to be. George. Oh, he got a roll, but then he scratched. That very well could have cost George the set right there. George could be sitting in the chair the rest of this rack and the next.
Nathan does have the ability to take his time and get these balls out, so he might be right.
A little straighter on that 4 ball than he wanted to be. Being he's straight, he's going to be a little bit too close to the 8, so it's a little touchier shot. I'll shoot the 8 ball in the same pocket. Hill match.
Hill, the gang's all here. All right, well.
Getting our money's worth here.
Yep, keeping in tradition with the way this event's been running so far this week. We have another Hill match right here. This is for the marbles. Nathan Rose breaking in his opportunity to advance ahead of George Pudding Pie Crawford. Once again, it is 6-6, and we cannot have this live stream going without telling you that we're being brought by poolplayers.com. It's the APA. You go there and find out where you can play. Inside Pool Magazine, Muellers.com, Mucci and of course, New York City Grind, Focused Apparel, and coming soon to the Roku, the Billiard Channel. Check it out real soon. You'll be able to see this and other matches from the previous showings here of the U.S. Amateurs, and we'll be putting up information from Inside Pool as well. So definitely keep your eyes out for that, folks. Thanks to you again for joining us here. This is Gary Blatt.
And Michael Yingling.
Yep. And we're taking you right now. We are in the last rack of this set. It's been a very good set so far. Both players have been playing pretty well. A few little mistakes here and there, and that's where the score comes from, 6-6.
Yep.
There you go, some sportsmanship going on, shaking each other's hands. Yep. They know this is the one that's going to count. What's in your mind right here, Michael, as you're breaking? 6-6, you got the break. What's your thought?
Control the cue ball.
Control the cue ball. Let's see if Nathan can do that this time. Out of the racks he's broken in the past. He's let it loose a couple times. Rack before, he actually held it pretty well.
He looks
so
like
he
changed. He's going to hit the second ball back.
No, this is an attempt to get... No, that was right in
the
head ball. 8 ball. 8
Yep.
ball. Moving. All right, well, Nathan made a ball in the break.
Pretty good scatter there.
Yeah, he's got opportunity, so let's see what he can do here.
Looks like he made the 3 ball, solid.
And I see solids available.
4 ball is a little ugly. Well, I wonder will it go on that side. I think that's what he was looking at there already. If you roll that 2 ball in, get a nice shot, you might be able to roll that 4 ball right there in the side. Because that would be the problem ball.
And he gets right in there. He's got enough to see that ball. He plays this ball into that side pocket, uses the side rail there, comes out, has a 6 up. And he can open himself up pretty easily from there for that 7.
And he's got the 1 ball up there too, just
Yep.
in case it gets stuck behind the 13 or the 10 on that 6 ball. Although he'd love to get that 6 ball out of there now.
Now, I mean, would be great.
He could use the 10 ball as kind of the stopper, you know, depending on how hard he feels comfortable in hitting that ball on the side. Yep, he looks like he's good.
He's definitely got a view going to that 6 ball there. Take that right now.
Just draw it right back. Get away from the stripes.
He led forward, which is kind of what I was thinking as well. The pressure's on.
I'd really like to get that 5 ball next.
He's got the opportunity to do so. He just has to make sure he doesn't touch that 11 and stick himself down there, so he has no shot on the 1 ball.
A little bit of sliding inside English there.
Slide to the right. Yep, there it is. All right,
Shot.
slow down ball, slow down ball. He doesn't want to be too perched over the 13 ball here on this end.
So is he going to have to go around 2 rails? That's
yeah,
what he's looking
that's
at.
That's what I would.
Yeah, I thought he had too much of an angle.
Well, this is one of those moments where you use that extreme outside bottom and slide that ball around those rails.
It's just a matter of not hitting the 8 ball.
Correct.
You want to hit short rail, long rail, and then anywhere back out there in the center, you're fine. And he hit the ball,
But he hit it good.
Yeah,
he hit it good.
8 balls off the rail.
Got a
Big
little
pocket
jelly
down
roll there. Well, between Nathan and George, they both had a nice jelly roll shot in this match. Nathan just comes at the final game here. Nathan puts it in, and Nathan's going to be moving forward. He has taken George Puddin' Crawford at a score of 7-6. And I gotta update that. All right, well, coming to you now. Again, my name is Gary Blatt with
Michael Yingling.
And we want to thank you all for watching the live stream today. This is brought to you by poolplayers.com, your APA source for fun. Just go to poolplayers.com, check it out. Inside Pool Magazine, Muellers.com, MuchiQs. Of course, we're in association with New York City Grind and Inside Pool. Focused Apparel, once again, thanks for clothing Alvin. We don't want to see him nude anymore, so we appreciate you guys. Also want to thank the APA themselves, the members that are here helping us run this tournament tonight. They're doing a great job. We will be back here on the live stream momentarily. So keep your hats on and your screen open so that you know when we start. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, well, Michael, are you going to stick around for this next match, or are you guys going to go home and get some sleep tonight?
Probably go back to the hotel.
All right, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.